Okay, guys, we are on Rogue. Okay, we're moving. We only got 3 more classes after this, so here we go with Rogue. The Frozen Throne, Knights of the Frozen Throne. Spoiler: Valera the Hollow, 9 for gain stealth until your next turn. The hero power becomes something that you don't spend anymore. What happens instead is every turn you get a card that becomes the card that you just played. So if you play a prep, it becomes a prep. If you play a Van Cleef after the prep, it becomes a Van Cleef. And then when you use the card, it's done, right? It comes out on the board. And you get a new one at the beginning of every turn. Also, you don't hold on to one at the end of the turn, so you lose it. So that's the Rogue Death Knight. It is interesting, and you gain stealth on the turn it comes down to play, so likely you're not going to die, right? Unless, I don't know, they mad bomber you or something. I don't know, when you're at 1. Or no, you got 5 toughness, right? So it's interesting. I personally don't know how to make that effect work for you, really, though. Like, what are you going to do? Like, some people are talking about Cold Blood, Leroy, or Saucy Deckhand into Cold Blood combos. Like, is that the way to play it? Or is the value of one extra card going to be that good? It seems so slow to me. It just seems... Of course people are going to play the card, right? It's a legendary for the class. But I don't think that it's going to be as easy to develop as people think. Because of that, I'm going to give it a 2 out of 5. I just can't see it working for me. Spectral Pillager, 6 for a 5/5 combo. Deal damage equal to the number of other cards you play this turn. I'm assuming you can pick the target. And if you can pick the target, I think that's pretty cool. Because there are definitely some combos you can do there, and I think it'll be okay. I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5. The body is not that subpar. It's okay. With the nature of Rogue, you're going to be able to combo a lot of stuff, so I'll give it a 3 out of 5. You know what? I'll give it a 2 out of 5, because I actually don't think... I think it'll only see fringe play. I think the cost is very prohibitive to people, but I think it's good. Bone Baron, 5 for a 5/5 Death Rattle, add 2 1/1 skeletons in your hand. This is just fodder for Sherzin and, you know, for Van Cleef, right? I think this is a weak card, because there are already better 5-drops you could play, quite a few, and because of that, it's a very competitive slot for Rogue, so I'm dropping them out. I think that's a 1 out of 5. Lillian Voss, 4 for a 4/5 battle cry. Replace spells in your hands with random spells from your opponent's class. Now, the body's good. 4 for a 4/5 is a Chillwind Yeti. It's not bad. The battle cry is weird, but I think it's interesting. One of the things with Miracle Rogue is you don't always draw Gadgetzan. Or often, like, you know, you're playing Burgle Rogue or like Undercity Huckster, whatever it may be. But you're getting spells that maybe, you know, they're not good in the matchup, or they're just not good. Now, especially in Miracle Rogue, you're left with like with the Razor Petals. You're left with coins from Burgly Bully, or, you know, maybe the spells don't work out well. This card, if you don't have Gadgetzan, now you can just replace that junky cards with hopefully better quality cards. I think that's pretty interesting. I don't think it's going to be core to any kind of deck in particular, but I like that. And it's a good... I like the card, but I don't think it's make or break, nor is it like very strong to an archetype. Because of that, I'll only give it a 3 out of 5. Runeforge Haunter, 4 for a 5/3. During your turn, your weapon doesn't lose durability. It's interesting because of Shadowblade, but I don't find this card to be exceptionally strong. I'm hoping someone proves me wrong. I'll give it 2 out of 5. Shadowblade, 3 for a 3/2. Your hero is immune this turn. Even though the rogue has a weapon hero power, this is too good, man. 4 out of 5 for Shadowblade. It's got to be played. The card is strong, man. You know, it's removal. You don't take damage. I like it. Plague Scientist 3 combo, give a friendly minion poisonous. 2/3. It's weak. It's a 1 out of 5 for me. A lot of people are thinking cute stuff with this, like trying to find a way to get this working on a wild pyromancer or whatnot. But all these things are cute to me. When you think about its turn on the curve, which to me is the most important thing about cards. Either you're playing it on a curve, or its mana cost is disguised as something higher on the curve, right? Like, maybe some cards have 3 mana cost, but they're really an 8 drop for you. In most situations, this is going to be a 4 drop, right? Because you need to combo it. So you need a coin or a 1 mana cost spell, and it just doesn't, it just doesn't work out well to me, especially since in most rogue decks, you're going to need combos for other shit already. I find this underwhelming, 1 out of 5 for me. Leeching Poison, give your weapon life steal. It's an interesting mechanic, but I think it's not going to play out well at all. 1 out of 5. Roll the Bones, draw a card. If it has Death Rattle, cast this again. Based by math, I feel this card is sucky. Like, I want this card to be good. And maybe if you ran 19 Death Rattles or something, maybe. Like, if you can increase the chance of drawing more than 2 cards, if you can make the chance of drawing 2 cards like 70%, and the chance of drawing more than 2 cards like 20%, and the chance of drawing 1 card like, 10%, then I'd say that this is a pretty good card, but it would require way too crazy of a Death Rattle commitment, even if you built around Death Rattle. So because of that, it's a pass on me, man. I'll give it a 2 out of 5. Not that strong. Doomerang 1. Throw your weapon at a minion. It deals its damage, then return to your hand. Guys, Shadow Blade. Battle Cry. Be immune. Attack something. Next turn, throw your weapon. Re-equip Shadow Blade. Be immune. Maybe that's Magical Christmas Land, but it sounds good to me. Doomerang to me is badass. This works with poison. So a Venom Weapon works with this. I think Doomerang is a pretty good card. I think it's going to see play, prominent play. So I'm going to go ahead and put it on the list, 4 out of 5. So that's what I feel about Rogue. I don't feel like Rogue really got strong Miracle Rogue cards, but I do feel like Miracle Rogue will still be a strong deck. Like, it may just take Lillian Voss, or it may take a Shadow Blade, it may drop some other stuff. It's still going to be a strong deck. And there are definitely other archetypes that this is pushing, like Temple Rogue. But personally, I'm not really impressed with the Rogue package of cards. Like, it's just not very interesting to me. Rogue, it looks like a kind of a letdown to me, which is kind of disappointing. What do you think? Do you like the Rogue cards? Let me know.